We are back onto the squirrels again. Haven't been here for a little while, but trail camera's been out and it has picked up a bit of activity. Looks as if the grey squirrels have been breeding again. It is round about that time where they do start coming out, all the young ones. Last time I came here they chewed right through my old squirrel feeder, so now I've built this fully aluminium squirrel feeder. Not a chance they're going to get through this. So we've laid it all out, put a few peanuts on top, hopefully to entice them in. Looking good. Morning everyone. It's just before 5 o'clock in the morning. We are back on the squirrels again. It's been quite a long time, mainly because I'd shot most of them and there wasn't really anything for me to shoot. But I have had my trail camera out, my new trail camera, which is working really well, which sends me a picture when I'm at home. So it saves me having to keep coming here. And topped up my new feeder, put in peanuts. It looks like we've got a few. So I'm hoping this morning will be a good morning. I'm fully set up in my little pop-up hide. You can still see it is a little bit dark. I've actually been here for quite a while now. This is about an hour and a half later. I expected activity to be a bit quicker than this. But usually, as is the case when the first one turns up, the other ones start to follow it. So this is our first visitor of the morning. I'm expecting more as well. We're going to see if this is a regular visitor. You'll be able to tell whether it's figured out how this new feeder works. After looking at my trail cam, there is quite a few squirrels which didn't quite figure it out. Some which did seem to. But this one seems to have figured it out pretty quick. Nice to get the first one in the bag. Bit of thrashing about on the floor, but perfectly normal. And it jumps off to the other side of the tree. You can now see, looking at the daylight, just how much more light is coming through into the wood. You can tell how much time has passed throughout the morning. I have to speed this up a little bit. When you go squirrel shooting, you do have to have quite a bit of patience. But it is always nice just to sit there, relax in your hide. Just got to give them time, bit of confidence. Usually they come into the feeder. This one just seems a little bit agitated. Again, having to speed the clip up. Could possibly be looking at the dead one at the back of the tree. Or this other squirrel which has now appeared. Now this is going to be a fight of dominance. The dominant one which will feed on the feeder first. Unfortunately in this case, the dominant one will always be the dead one. That's if it lines itself up for a shot, if it stays still enough. It's yet trying to decide what it wants to do. Looks as if this one hasn't quite figured it out yet. It knows there's something in there, it can smell the nuts. It's not 100% sure. But we do get our second one. Nice clean headshot. Clings on for a little bit, drops to the floor. Number 3 just
popped along relatively quick after that second one. It was only about 10 minutes after that second one, so it looks as if they're now starting to make a flurry to the feeder. As you can see, they move about quite a bit. As I said earlier, gotta have a bit of patience, just gotta wait it out. Hopefully it decides to get itself a peanut if it knows how to. And this one's mastered it. As long as they've mastered it, then it makes my job a lot easier. I get a nice still shot, take my time, place the crosshairs right onto it, take my shot. Again, which is a regular occurrence, I do seem to get 2 which come in at a time, sometimes even 3. Always have a bit of a dominance fight over the feeder, who's going to go first. This one's just straight in there. Head straight into the trough, there's no messing for this one. We take our number 4 and the 5th one just at the back of the tree. It's not 100% sure what's just happened. It's not quite sure what to make of that. As its friend is currently just on the floor. No, I've just spotted that other squirrel is actually still in the area and it hasn't actually run off. Moments like this is where you hope you can get that second shot and get a double. So slowly reloaded, trying to be as discreet and quiet as possible. Take that one out as well.
That's 5 now. Not too bad of a morning so far. We're going to keep on going. Got a nice double just then as well, which was nice. Took a long time this morning, which was quite surprising, but just waited out and they started to come in. So we're going to carry on waiting and we're going to see if we can get any more. Just in case you're wondering, usual kit that I'm using, Air Arms S510 177 sub 12, perfect for the job.
Only had to wait about 5 minutes for the next squirrel to come in. Again, like you usually do. Squirrels like to mess you around a bit, you've got to have a lot of patience. This one looks like it's just having a moment of whether to go up onto the feeder or not. But it does jump up onto the feeder. This one's not 100% sure how the feeder works by the looks of it. Just like the second one, this one isn't quite sure how it works. So it decides to have a chew at the metal hinge. Unfortunately, you're not going to get into there. Left this feeder out for about 3 weeks because I want the squirrels to figure it out, so it makes my job a little bit easier. If they can't get into it, then they might run away. You might lose an opportunity, so I prefer it if they did already know how to get into it. This one looks like it's given up. So at this moment in time I'll be getting myself ready because it hasn't got into the feeder. I don't want this one to get away from myself. And I completely poleaxed that one right off the tree branch. So that was a nice shot. So just after that 6th one, Another one's just appeared at the top of the tree, caught me unawares. Then we've got another one which is sitting over to my left. Seems to be coming in from all directions at the moment. Seems to be quite a lot more squirrels here than I thought. Again, speed it up. You see there's two in the area. Looks like there's a fight of dominance or mating, not 100% sure. But they run over to my left, go up into this tree, and as you can see, one of them is sat on the branch. It's at an angle which I can't get at, so I have to leave that one. However, there is another squirrel which has come in, so I may get another opportunity. But there's also another squirrel there, so there's about 3 or 4 squirrels in this area right now. No, I wasn't wasting any time there. Again, another opportunity where a squirrel isn't running away. It's probably a little bit confused at the moment. It's not quite sure what to make of what has just happened. It's currently just gone to the back of the tree. You can just see its head popping out. So this is my view here in the crosshairs. Seeing my opportunity. And we get another dangler. At this point, after I've shot 8, I go and recover what I've shot. I've actually already recovered the 7 of them. It's just when I got back I realised I'm missing one. So I've just gone to retrieve the one which I didn't find a minute ago. So that's 8 recovered. I'm going to have to get back into my hide in a minute, but because all the peanuts are gone and some of them are not 100% sure how to get into the feeder, decided just to lay a few peanuts out, just to try and give them a chance just to stay still, give myself that opportunity. About 25 minutes has passed since getting back into my hide. Got another squirrel which has come in. Just thinking about it, not 100% sure whether it wants to go into the feeder. So at this point I make my mind up about what I'm going to do. Presented itself quite nice. That's another one sent to the afterlife. 9 down. Straight after that 9th one, this one came flying in. I've absolutely no idea where it came from. Thought I was on for a 10th one, but unfortunately that was the last I saw of it. Had to wait about another 30 minutes after that last sighting. Whether it's the same squirrel or not, no idea. It looks as if this one is committing. Just poking its head out at the side there, just on the right hand side. Stayed still for too long. Take another one. And we finally get our 10th. Do seem to be getting quite a lot of doubles coming in, which is also good and bad. Usually if there's 2 coming in, when you shoot one the other one will run away, which is not what you want. But when you see 2, you know there's quite a lot of squirrels in the area. This one's coming straight into the feeder. Knows exactly how it works. Looks like it's a previous visitor. That's number 11, very cleanly taken. This is about 15 minutes after the 11th one. Looking a little bit agitated. Playing a few little games with me, testing your patience as usual. Just got to play the waiting game.
Since recovering the first 8, we've had 4 now. That last one just had a bit of a strange reaction, but I'm confident that was definitely shot right into the brain. I can't see it moving anyway. It's just hidden behind a rock. But yeah, pretty good morning so far. Not sure if any more are going to appear, but I'll stay for a tiny bit longer, so I'm going to start wrapping up soon.
Just hanging out for maybe one more was a good choice. Looks as if we got one which has come in. Just happened to notice it when it was next to my feeder. And this one looks more agitated than any of the squirrels that I've seen this morning. Probably because you can see all the bodies on the floor right beneath it. Just trying to debate its life choices, which is more important, death or breakfast. As you can see, I'm having to wait quite a long time here. This squirrel seems to be frozen on the tree. If I sense an opportunity where I feel it's safe, then I'll take it. And I feel that was a good way to end it. Got one last one. 13 shots, 13 kills. Very good morning. Just go and recover those remaining few, those 5. Just have a little tidy up, and then I can get on my way. Another successful morning.
So that's another squirrel session done. We got 13 down in total, up with my new feeder, which seemed to do really well. Except for the one squirrel which didn't quite know how to use the little door. But when I saw my opportunity, I did take that one just in case it did decide to run away. So really happy with that, because I haven't been out here for quite a while. You can see that the numbers have tallied up a bit. I'm sure I'll be back here again at some point. But I will be shooting some more squirrels in the next few months, I think. So yeah, there'll be another squirrel video coming. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you on the next one.